you think of all this, the face-off stuff? They're not looking at you, they're turning away, they're looking at you.
Yeah.
What's it all?
You know, I think he's trying to play a little mind game. It's a little fun for me. He didn't want to see me in my eyes because I think he kind of knows. He coming in really overconfident, but he's undefeated, so nobody's figured him out yet. So he's got reason to be, but on Saturday, when he looked me in my eyes on Saturday, he ain't got no choice. He's going to know.
An obvious thing, legendary try starting out. How's that whole situation going? Have you experienced the change? Is it the change been good? I've talked to a lot of fighters that say sometimes change is necessary.
Yeah, absolutely. I think being uncomfortable more than anything, you know, working with a totally different style. And Faraz is just taking my game and really, I've always kind of had the tools, but it's been hard for me to put them together. And now I got that guy, that mastermind who can kind of sit back, look, and say, oh, you need to put this here and there, instead of just relying on myself. So I think that's really going to play benefits to my whole career, regardless of how Saturday goes.
Before we say uncomfortable, what do you mean by uncomfortable? Like, just do you get, is it in other camps, do you get stagnant by training the same people, training the same techniques? Is that what kind of happens? Yeah,
I think so. I think it's the techniques. It's like the routine a little bit too, but it's mostly the techniques in the environment. You know, when you in a comfortable environment, it's like you don't grow as much. Versus I'm far away from home. I don't know anybody. I'm in a totally different country. Motherfuckers are speaking French to me, and I don't, you know, I'm just like zoning out. I don't get what they're saying. But that has made me really grow as a fighter, I feel like.
Now, interesting, I've seen it talked about a little bit on social media. Just one fighter, why not stay there a little longer, try it out? Why go back to lightweight?
You know, it just felt like the right thing to do. It was inevitable that I was going to move back down to lightweight. This was kind of where I started. This was my home. This is where I feel the best at. And it's the biggest fights. Like, more than anything, I like a good challenge. I'm a competitor at the end of the day. And the biggest fights are always going to be at lightweight. So it just felt like the right move to make.
With TriStar, are you with a new strength and conditioning, a nutrition coach, or do you have the same people as before, or is there a change with that as well?
So I've still got my old team back in Vegas. Dewey Cooper will still be in my corner. And then I reach out to those guys and I ask them, like, hey, what do you think I should be doing here and there? But the main reason why I moved up there is just for strategy-wise, just for the technique of Faraz. As it evolves and as it keeps going, then I'll add more guys and get a more established base maybe. But for now, it's all about getting my game together.
I've heard like the common misconception when people go up in weight, they're gonna get bigger, they can lift weights and stuff like that. But what I've heard from fighters is that it's about eating. You can eat certain things a lot more. Now that you were able to eat more, and now you can't eat more, is there a difference like from 5 meals a day back down to 3? And does that discomfort kind of add a little extra fire in the belly along with the change and the discomfort of that?
I think so. You know, I think it does definitely give you that fire. Even today, you know, today I'm getting ready to cut the weight, and while you in that bath and you sitting there and you going through the most misery that doesn't get shown on camera, that nobody sees. I mean, it's brutal. But you awaken that dog in you, you know. And I know it in certain fights. Like I'll get till when I'm about 160 and I really start to feel it, and I'm like, fuck, I don't want to do this no more. I'm like, I'm gonna make this dude pay tomorrow. So I think the last fight I was kind of missing that a little bit. So maybe I don't know. We have to see.
Now, you feel like you're only a few days out, you feeling good about the weight going back down, and things better than before. It's like the same kind of situation.
Same old same, man. This shit gonna hurt either way. I tried to get bigger, like you said, you know, eat more, a lot more over the summer, see if I can fill in into a welterweight body, and my body just wanted to stay the way it was. You know, I think I'm just how I am, so I'm not gonna try and change it.
Are you more behind the idea of 165? Is 165 really your optimal?
Man, if they would ever, you know, I'm at 180 pounds, I'm at my optimal. So if we can stay there and then cut, you know, 15 from there, it makes a whole lot more sense to cutting 25. And I think a lot of people are like that. You know, it ain't just me. It's a lot of us are like that. Why make a BMF title instead of making a 165-pound title? I don't know. That ain't enough for me to, you know, I don't know.
BMF title? Like, does a BMF title out of nowhere, interim titles, do you feel diminishes the division titles at all? Or like a lot of players tell me it's fine for the fans. So are you cool with it?
It definitely changes the sport. You know, it makes you realize what's possible out there. You know, if they're willing to create this title out of nowhere, then it changes the dynamic of the sport.
Is it a good change?
It's hard to say. You know, it's a change. So, you know, whether it's good or bad is do I like it? I mean, yeah, it does add a little something to it. It adds more storylines to it. So I'm not going to necessarily say it's just a bad thing right out the gate, but I think there are certain divisions, you know, and the division that I want to compete in is for the best in the world. It's not for, you know, the baddest motherfucker. Like, I don't even know what that means, you know. Like, I want to be the best at doing this sport. So that's really the if it creates certain divisions, okay. One day they might have like an old man's division where they do like 40-year-olds and up are gonna fight each other or some shit. Sure, all right, do what you want to do. I don't care.
Now, we're looking at your record in terms of like fighting hometown guys. All I saw was really Francisco Brazil, but this is you will be fighting a New Yorker on the rise. A lot of people talk about how much you can. Is that fun? Is that fun to play that kind of bag air role? Because they don't even behind that on the main card. Is that enjoyable?
You know, regardless, this is the most dangerous fight in my career. You know, he's undefeated. Like you said, I'm taking him on in his backyard. But I've done these before a lot, and I like it when that pressure is on me. And you know, there's not much for me to gain. To be honest, you know, it's a lot to lose and not a lot to gain. But I feel like I step up to them in them certain scenarios.
That's fascinating. You see the most dangerous because, you know, before Tony Ferguson, that's a big name. Now, I was looking at stats. He averages 7 takedowns a fight, and 62% of his landed strikes are on the ground. Is it dangerous because he is one of the better wrestlers in this entire division? Is that why?
Yeah, I mean, he's one of the most accomplished in all of the UFC. And a lot of people in the inside give him a really good shot at beating Khabib just because of his wrestling accolades. And even if you beat him, it's really hard to look good against a guy like that. He's going to keep coming forward. There's a lot of narratives out there about me anyway, about, you know, oh, he can't go the distance, oh, he can't go, you know, he don't have the gas tank. And this guy's got a hell of a gas tank and is never tired in a fight. That's how he wears guys out. So it's a really dangerous fight, and it's one that I'm looking forward to. You see me up there, I'm like, I get a little smile to me when he finally looking at me. I like it.
Is this fight simply about I gotta keep it standing and work him over? Or, I mean, we can't underestimate how good you are.
Yeah.
You got a ton of submissions in your career. Do you think the sport, because you're the underdog,
yeah.
Do you think people are underestimating how good your grappling is?
Maybe. I mean, he better not. Because I'm telling him right out the gate, this ain't no wrestling match. You know, he won his national championship in like 2007 or something like that. I wasn't even wrestling at the time. I started in like 2008. So this is going to be a totally different generation of guy that he's going against. He's never fought somebody like me who can wrestle like me and fight. So I'm going to let him know right out the gate, we in a fight. I'm going to beat his ass.
Two more questions. 6 years in the UFC already. Does that time fly by like for 27 and 6 years in the UFC? Like, have we not even touched the surface yet? What's the experience been like so much already?
Man, I feel like I'm still getting started. I don't even feel like it's been that. If you wouldn't tell me, I wouldn't even know it was that long. To be honest with you, you know, no major surgeries, no major injuries. You know, you never see me knocked out in a fight. You never see me out of a fight at all. I ain't even started yet. You know, I feel like coming back down to lightweight, this gonna be another resurgence in my career. And I feel like I'm just getting started, for real.
Because it's a big fight. You work in the division shortly. Usman, Covington, how do you see that fight?
Usman and Covington? Usman should beat him 9 times out of 10, I'd say. He's just more skilled overall. Everything that Kobe can do, I think Usman can do a little better.